Want to try a store pick of Ezra Brooks?
Absolutely. Little Yellowstone limited release just tucked in there hiding away. When's the last time you saw one of those sitting on a shelf? Still strength 46 Fortaleza.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Pork Chop.
Pork Chop, you couldn't get them to call you something different? I'm not even gonna talk about those ugly bottles right there. It is a beautiful day here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A great day to do a little bourbon hunting. Now, I have never bourbon hunted Milwaukee. I think I've been through here, definitely never stopped to go bourbon hunting. So we're gonna rectify that today. We're gonna see what we can find. We've got a bunch of stores lined up. Hopefully this weather holds up. Man, it is like 70 degrees and sunny and fantastic. My God, I'm loving the weather up here right now. Let's see if the bourbon hunting is equally as good. Man, I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's because we got our victory red shirt on here today, but I feel good about Milwaukee today. I think this is gonna be a good day of bourbon hunting. Now, Otto's Wine Cask, or Otto's Wine and Spirits on Google. Let's check it out. Smoke wagon sitting up there. '250th Army Anniversary Release, Green River. I have this bottle, I haven't tried it yet. Brewzle High West. Man, I couldn't tell you last time I saw one of those in a store. Proudful Goat hanging out down there. I think we looked at that. Luca Mariano is what that is. 86 Ambassador 86 3-barrel small batch. Six-year Clyde Mays. Let's see the rise here. Of course, freaking hard to beat Cooper's Craft 100 for $33. Dockside bourbon whiskey right there. What's that? Wisconsin whiskey. Zinfandel cask, cognac cask. Aged no less than 2 years. Which is definitely not gonna be enough time up here. No way. Because honestly, it's not enough time anywhere. But up here, like, gotta age it longer, not less, unfortunately. Robber straight rye whiskey. Distilled in Wisconsin, with bottled by them. Curious if is that Driftless Glen Rye, or I don't know. Appears as though just the way they phrased it, it seems as though it's sourced and then they bottled it. But like, where are you sourcing a Wisconsin rye from? Don't know. I'm sure there are places. All right, make sure we don't miss any Hirsch single barrels for sure. The one I have that's a Willet distillate is Yellow Label. The problem sometimes with coming first thing in the morning when they just opened up is that they're really busy stocking and it's kind of hard to get into a conversation, you know? Sometimes it's better to wait a little later in the day for some of these bourbon hunts, especially if you want to have a conversation at one of these busy, bigger stores. But we did find a few of those 250th Army. We bought one in Georgia. They also sent one to the house, so I bought one for a friend, and then I've got the one that they sent at the house that I haven't tried yet. But honestly, when's the last time you saw a Bur Rye? I couldn't tell you the last time I saw. Y'all probably remember if I saw one in one of these videos, but you don't see those High West Bur Ryes very often. That's a steep price for it. That may be what they go for these days. I just remember it being a lot cheaper, but that was, when did I get my first bottle of Bur Rye? I don't know, 7, 8 years ago, maybe 6, 7 years. It's been a minute, pre-pandemic for sure, and I remember it being a lot cheaper than that. So they're good. The one I have now at home, not as good as they used to be. So at least not as good as I remember that one being, but we'll leave it sitting there for somebody that wants it. We'll keep hunting. While we're in between stores here, I wanted to talk to you for just a minute about one of the biggest questions that I get on a regular basis, and that's around my day job and how I'm able to do all this travel and all the things we do for these bourbon hunts. And that's because I own a remote e-commerce agency. And by being fully remote, I'm able to do my part of that business from pretty much anywhere, which is great for us if we're going to be on road trips bourbon hunting. I actually founded that business in college and have been doing that for 25 years at this point. Man, I'm getting getting old. But with that business, we help established brands, say, 5 million and up in revenue, grow their e-commerce operations. And we do that through, improving the user experience, helping with automations, connecting to ERPs and all sorts of different back office systems. And we have years of experience in pretty much all of the major e-commerce platforms like Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, Adobe Commerce. So if you're actually working with an established business that is looking to improve their e-commerce, then we would love to help you. And you can find out more, see some of our case studies at jamerson.com. That is JAMERSAN.com. Or, as always, there's a link down in the description. I look forward to hearing from you. We can set up some time to talk about what you've got going on and how we might be able to help. But let's get back to that bourbon hunt. This is Discount Liquor, and by the looks of that sign, she's been here for a while. Hey, how's it going? TJ.
Hey, TJ. Paul,
nice to meet you, Paul. We just travel around looking for rare bourbons.
So we do get allocated stuff, nothing right now today. Had some stuff in earlier in the week, but...
Typically, you just put that out for regular customers, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So just put it on the shelf and whoever happens by, or?
We do get some regular guys that are looking for stuff, so I'll reach out to them when it comes in. I do have quite a bit of stuff on the floor right now, but...
Anything super interesting here you think folks should know about?
Well, we just got Benchmark single barrel.
Okay.
That was a surprise.
Those are...
No age even on it.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Benchmark around here. For 20-something bucks, those are fantastic bottles of whiskey right there.
95 proof, so it's a little more approachable. It's not that McTavish. That was out of MGP. That's a 7-year-old blended. I really like that. That was
a 7-year MGP blend.
Had a little more of a butterscotch and caramel note to it.
Really? Okay.
Old Forester store pick. That's brand new. That we did.
A single barrel proof.
131 proof. It's a little wild out of the gate. Needs to breathe a little bit, but excellent.
They seem to put a lot of those into this market. That's a hard bottle to get a lot of places, and we've seen it quite a bit around here.
Cycles around about twice a year.
Okay.
A little more frequent than it used to be in the past.
Yeah, still hard to get allocations, but the barrel picks seem to be a little more available these days to stores, right?
Yeah, well, I think they all lay down more barrels some years ago, and now we're starting to see it come through. So.
Yep.
Knob Creek barrel proof, that they started doing that this year.
The new barrel proof Knob Creeks, yeah. Any small distilleries like that distill their own around here? We're familiar with J. Henry, Driftless Glen.
I love their stuff.
Anybody else in this state or in this region that you think's doing really good stuff?
Those are the two that are actually one of my favorites.
Okay.
Great Lakes Distillery has done some older stuff now, which I think is excellent.
What was the distillery?
Great Lakes Distillery.
Great Lakes Distillery?
Yeah, they're out of Milwaukee.
I think we might have
been
a
around
bottle
for a while,
from
so
them.
they've been laying stuff down, and they've come out
This
with some
stuff
older,
here.
I think I have some of their older releases up front. And their Knick is their regular, all-around blended whiskey. If anyone wants to try what their whiskey's like, that's definitely the one to try, and then move up from there.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for the tour. And you said this 7-year bonded right here?
Yeah, I was originally not going to bring it in, and then I tried a sample of it, and I was like, wow, that's very tasty.
Do you know who distilled it?
MGP.
So it is MGP, 7-year MGP. Awesome. So is this the entire selection here? Is there anything hidden anywhere else?
Hidden, no. I do have that case on the right-hand side of extra whiskeys.
Some of the fancier stuff in the case.
Yeah, it's one of a kind or a little limited on shelf space, as you can see. I could use some more shelving.
I understand
I'd
that.
rather have it than not have it.
Yeah, that's a great selection.
This had just got in yesterday.
Is this just new to the state?
I'm
Period.
going to try that probably tomorrow.
So have you had any of the Benchmark stuff outside of the old number 8?
Since then, no.
Okay, because the bonded, the top floor, the full proof, like all of those are really good $20-something bottles. I mean, they're basically like slightly younger Buffalo Trace stuff. So it's like Buffalo Trace, but a little more available.
Yeah, Wisconsin's weird. It's hit or miss with them, but we're starting to see some of that limited stuff that you only found outside of the state now. Which again, I think it's because they've laid down a lot of the whiskey, and now they're like, all right, we got to start spreading the love, and we're starting to see more of that. Which 10 years ago we used to have all of it, all the Buffalo Trace, Blantons, and all that was on the shelf, and now it's been extremely allocated. But rumor is that's going to start to flow too. So that'd be nice.
Especially, I mean, in the next couple of years, you would think, because they're starting to. I mean, it's been 5 years since the pandemic at this point. That whiskey they laid down then it's 5 years old now.
Have you had some of the double XO?
A little bit. I think I have a bottle, at least one bottle at home, one of the first ones he came out with.
Is it the American Oak?
Not even sure. I didn't
The
love
whole
it.
line is excellent. It's all double cast, but
Yeah.
this one for the money for $35.
The American Oak one is the best one.
It's a great bourbon.
$35?
Yeah.
Okay. All the stuff I've had from him was pretty expensive when it first came out. So
Yeah, it used to be about 45, but they do have the Hiawatha blend, the French oak, and then I have a couple of the diamond left, which is in the case. That got really good reviews.
okay. I may have just seen folks that were marking them up when they were new and just kind of.
Yeah, they were kind of limited.
Yeah, kind of limited. So in general, though, you've got a big selection. So I assume the bourbon scene here is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Yeah,
bourbon
a lot of good
enthusiasts.
traffic, a lot of regular customers, people from all over to stop in here because pretty well known,
Yeah, well,
which is kind of nice.
It's probably why you came recommended.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank
sir.
You. Appreciate it. Any questions? I'll be around.
All right. There's the barrel proofs. Some mirror pin grease down there. Lux Rose. See, these are the ones that price-wise, but this is, we're getting down into a more normal price point there. I think that's worth a try at that price point. Uncle Nearest Master Blend Edition.
You want to try a store pick of Ezra Brooks?
Absolutely. Love a good Ezra. I think I'm going to take your recommendation on this 2XO, though.
You won't be disappointed.
I love a good double oak, and I'm trying to find more available double oaks outside of the Woodford. We have a contingent of folks in the Discord that are real big Ezra Brooks fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially
I love
was it the 7-year?
Yeah, so when they came out with that 7-year, 117 proof, originally it was like under $30.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. And then it got reviewed like everything else, and you couldn't get it, and then the price went up. So this is the same mash build as the 7-year. It's bottled a little younger, but it's also bottled at 107. But we do our own store picks.
It's a really good Ezra.
This one's a little woodier than the two of them. First one was a little.
Leaned into the oak on this one a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ezra's it's just good whiskey. I mean, the problem is, for me, with most of these Ezras, is there's not a really strong note that I can cling on to tell people about other than that's good. But at the price point those usually are, that's enough, right? You don't have to be, it's not like a Weller where you can say, okay, you've got all this red fruit and everything. To me, this is just kind of that classic rye spice forward bourbon.
Little creamy finish.
Yeah. So it's hard to describe, which I think probably hinders how popular that is, just because that's really just good drinking whiskey.
Yeah. That's a good way to
That's
describe it.
that's not a special occasion, special event. That's just, you can mix it, you can drink it neat. It's good enough to do anything with at a price point where you can just about do anything with it.
That's the one.
Distillers Collection. So this what they're single barrel. The Distillers Collections are all single barrels.
So the Distillers releases the 7-year.
Okay.
This is the same mash bill, but they won't label it as 7. So this is a barrel we actually picked.
Okay.
So there's a little under 6 years of age, but
Thank you for sharing that.
yeah, you're welcome.
It's really nice.
We did. I don't know if you saw that barrel picks over there when you first came in.
Yeah.
We do quite a few barrel picks, plus the two you saw down there in the end. But those are always different.
We're seeing a lot of folks kind of, it was obviously special releases and allocated stuff was hot for a while. I mean, it's still popular, but a lot of folks are kind of taking 100 bottles down to 20 or 30, and when they buy, they're buying barrel picks or they're buying craft distiller stuff, small brands. That's a much healthier whiskey market.
I agree.
Yeah, because there's always something good to find. Like there's a lot of great whiskey over there just because you didn't come in here and find a Van Winkle.
Or a Weller.
Yeah, or Weller.
Oh, yeah.
I hear y'all don't get a ton of that
Well,
around
just like
here.
the McTavish. It's for $60. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And originally I wasn't going to put it in, and I tried like, wow. And I've reordered it probably 6 times. Well, nice meeting you.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy
It's
it.
nice
Let
to
me know
meet
what
you as
think
well.
about
Thank
the
you.
bottle. So,
Will do. Excited to try this bottle. When we first went in there, they started asking for the manager. I wasn't sure they were going to let us film. That's usually the reaction I get when they're like, oh my God, No, they just wanted to get me to the bourbon guy. Great store. Had a great conversation there. Cool place for sure. So we got more hunting to do. Let's get to it. And now, liquor outlets. How's it going? Not too bad. We have a YouTube channel where we just go bourbon hunting, and we asked our followers some of the better stores in the area, and this was one on the list.
I'm familiar with you.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Thanks for watching. Yeah.
How you doing?
TJ. What was your name? T. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
All right. How about yourself?
Good. I'm Nasani.
Nasani? TJ.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. You got most of your bourbon in the back there?
I have some selection out here,
Okay.
and I have a section down there in the bourbon aisle.
Ah, nice. So how is bourbon here in Milwaukee? First time hunting here.
Wisconsin is kind of like a very small market compared to like allocations and stuff.
Okay.
Anything you get is mostly like a couple bottles here and there. From the past few months, it's been coming out a little bit. Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare has been coming in every other month. We don't get to see a lot of crazy alligator products.
Just kind of the more normal stuff.
Yeah, normal stuff, yeah. But we do get some here and there.
Anything interesting that's not allocated? Now, we've had Driftless Glen, J. Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Other than those two, anything that's kind of regional or local to this area that you think's really good?
J. Henry, Driftless Glen. There is some called Limousine Rye.
Okay.
Limousine. So what they normally do is like it's out of Wisconsin, but they source their juice from I think MGP, famous for their rye. One of our customer bought it in from a different store. We just like to sample other stuff.
So the Limousine Rye is a good one. MGP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Limousine. Anything from Limousine I have had is pretty good. Yeah. There is some stuff out there if you want to take a look.
Ooh, okay. Buffalo Trace hanging out there. So you're bundling these with...
No, we sell it $39.99
Okay.
for one. I mean, if people want to buy it, there's always, Bloody Mary drinkers in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So you could buy it, but then you've got a combo for those in. I got you. A lot of those 250th military bottles here. I haven't seen that too much. Seen a lot of them here.
On the Green River.
Yeah.
That was good.
Penelope Architect and Maker's Mark there. Seeing this peach old fashioned a lot.
Last few bottles on these. Penelope Architect was one of our biggest seller in a store pick this year. We have Driftless Glen pick. We have Maker's pick. This is a blended Maker's.
Old Forster single barrel proof rise. Don't see those a whole lot. I mean, it's just a regular release. That's not a single barrel.
No, that's not
Okay.
a single barrel. That's just a regular release.
I mean, it's a single barrel, but it's not a pick.
No, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Old soul tin types all the way up here. That's a big selection. Got a lot of stuff I haven't seen in this area so far.
Still trying to grow. Ran out of a lot of room. Trying to bring in a lot of stuff. We working on it. Trying to squeeze things out.
Yeah. Are there a lot of stores doing barrel picks here?
Mostly do, but the offerings you get over here is mainly the regular stuff. Knob Creek, Elijah Craig's.
the mainstream.
Yeah, we working on with one of our distributors for some new ones.
Okay.
I'm actually doing a sampling this afternoon for Prideful Goat.
Oh, cool.
It's a 9-year bourbon, and I have some samples for like 12-year rye.
Are they going to be here, or you're sampling it out?
No, I have my regular customers coming in, so that's how we sample it out.
Cool.
Like 4 or 5 people along with me and T right there. We try it out. If you like it, we buy it. If we don't, we let it go. Try some different samples. The suppliers also do like single barrel picks every now and then, and they call it like a barrel captain's pick or something like that. We often get them like we had some Hard Truths. This is a pick from one of our supplier. Hard Truth.
Yeah, they've got good stuff.
Sweet Mesh Rye, and there's a High Road Rye. This is a barrel pick too from the supplier. Anything interesting you're looking for?
I mean, we're always looking for something rare, right? But rare can be allocated, but rare can be, I just can't get it elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, anything interesting. And there's a few things I've noticed here, like we were talking to the folks at Starlight. I don't really like Amberana. I got theirs, and I told them, I was like, this is probably the worst Amberana I've ever had. But I had batch 1, and he's like, yeah, we went real heavy on that. You might want to try it again. Okay, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to try it again, but no promises.
I have a cool bottle up here. Have you heard your hands on?
Oh, Dragon's Milk Origin? Yeah, we've got that one at the house. It's high malt, but it's like a nice orange peel flavor on it as well. Like, that's a really good bottle. You gotta like the malt, but that's a really good one if you do.
This was an so-called allocated bottle over here, but they've been dropping a little bit more of these.
Those are out of Michigan, I believe.
Okay. New Holland, Michigan.
Little Yellowstone limited release just tucked in there hiding away. You definitely got to examine the shelves here. You got all sorts of little goodies in here.
Step back a little bit.
Yeah, you can't step back a little bit. I can't step back a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze through. Some Garrison stuff there. We found out in Green Bay that this is supposedly coming out of the market here, and so you won't be able to get it here anymore, and that's a shame because that's a good bottle. But if you don't, if you're a small producer, you hire a distributor, and you're thinking the distributor takes a big cut, that distributor is going to be out promoting and selling your product. The problem is the sales guys for the distributors, if you're distributing Jack Daniels in your product or something that sells, they're going to make their numbers off the products that just sell naturally. So they don't really have to fight for you that much because it takes a lot of effort to sell one of these things. You got to come to stores, you got to do tastings, you got to really be pushing a brand. If you don't have that, then nobody knows about it. The stuff that does get pushed gets prime shelf space, gets tasting events and different stuff. Well, that's what sells. You end up kind of floundering in a market. And so that's one of the reasons it's so hard for small brands is that you've got to give the distributor their cut to rep and sell your product, but then you also got to hire salespeople and brand ambassadors and all the things that you need to do to also sell the products. When we say the 3-tier system doesn't work for brands, it's exactly what I'm talking about. What do you think of that Southern Star right there? Have you had that one?
Yes, we cracked that a couple months ago. Yeah,
I heard it's coming out of the market here, that they've withdrawn from the state.
Yeah, they withdrawn. So maybe that's something to get your hands on. And,
you got to grab it while it's available for sure, because there she sits, a whole bunch of it. So which whiskey in particular are you really fond of?
A go-to of mine, I'll do a Basil Hated Toast. I like to venture off to, I'm open.
Okay.
I'm open.
So you just try a little bit of everything?
To a lot of store picks too.
Yeah.
I like to try other people's store picks.
High West Barai right there, $179. Again, when's the last time you saw one of those sitting on a shelf? This market's the only place I see them sitting on shelves. All right, I'll try to show y'all as much as I possibly can. Of course, Holiday sitting over here. What are these Penelopes? Toasted rye. I don't think I've tried that one. Should I? Heavy toast. Me and toasted barrels are just iffy. Y'all tell me if I should try that one. If you like it. If you tried it, do you like this? And if so, I'll buy it next time. I think I've got one of those sitting at the house. I think I'm gonna leave that.
I also have a small bourbon section back
here. A little bit in the back there. Of course, there's a Still Strength 46 Fortaleza sitting there in a fancy display. Dare I even ask what that goes for? So for the super fancy stuff, normally if we see bottles sitting there like that, they're secondary price, or they're raffle bottles. Yes. So are they raffle bottles or are they secondary price?
No, raffle bottles. So normally, like the bottles which we get like every once a year or twice a year, we normally put them into a raffle bottle. Pappy Stack comes in every 6 months.
Okay.
Russell's, Jack Daniels, we just did a raffle. Mostly goes to a regular customer set MSRP 150, 160 was the.
So all the bottles across the top are going to be raffled off and sold at MSRP-ish?
Really. I do sell like which are frequently coming in. Bookers
regular customers.
Bookers has been coming in. I sell those. Rimas, we sell those. Little Book, we sell. Anything back here, we sell. Eagle Rare, sometimes we put them in raffle, sometimes we do sell it, depending on the inventory.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I step back there and get a shot of it? All right. Give an idea. Some High West Midwinter Night's Dram and Prisoners. Of course, Valencia Rio. Barrel Strength Penelopes. Takai Cask Finish. Of course, up top, we ain't even looked at Jack 12, 10. I'm not even going to talk about those ugly bottles right there. Nobody wants those. That's why he's got them up here. Nobody wants those. Of course, Russell's 13s. And for those, I mean, we've featured it on the channel. That's what Blanton's wished it could grow up to be right there. Michter's 10. Rye, of course. BEP and BRTO2. Don't see those around much anymore. 1924 Old Forester. Somebody was just asking me about that the other day.
There's bottles everywhere.
Yeah, we're running out of space, huh?
Yeah.
That tends to happen. I've got that same problem at home. So how do you know which of these are for sale if you come in? Is it just regular customers for these?
No, how we normally tend to do is like we have ticket system. We make the customers enter what they want to raffle for, being the number of bottles being so low to go in a raffle. That's the easiest way we found out for us to do a raffle. First, we did an in-person raffle where we had like a swamp of customers, 100 people, 150 people in here. That was a hectic thing.
Yeah.
Then we did a Facebook Live video. Then that was a different experience that took us about 4 or 5 hours. Then the easiest way we found was like do it ourselves, give everybody a call, come and pick up their bottles in like a couple days. We're good to go. Keep us happy and the customers happy.
So a ticket system, you draw them and then they can just come pick it up at their
we
leisure.
call one of our customers to do the raffle, and then we call everybody.
Man, still sitting on some packed 8s right there from a few years ago. Right here, look. Don't sleep on this right here. My favorite 1792 right there, 12-year. Hiding some Bourbon County stouts back there. The little white sleeved one, the 150th. I think those are the Old Forester 150th barrels. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much.
I am going to grab this Starlight right here just because I told them I would go back to it and try it again. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
The legend.
Do what?
The legend.
Is that what you call it? Is it you talking about him?
Well, we're all legends, but dude, I gotta
TJ.
shake it. Yep, I gotta shake your hand.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. I'm Pork Chop.
Pork Chop. You couldn't get him to call you something different?
That's my name, man. 30-something years, it's been my nickname.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I had to come in, or I had to come over and shake your hand. Before you leave, though, I got to get you something.
All right.
You guys talk to you about this bottle?
Okay. Now, you see, we're hitting on both of my vices here, Amberana and French Oak.
I am not a French oak guy.
Okay.
This is a pick with these amazing guys right here that we did. This turned me on to French oak. If you do not like French oak, this is the bottle you want to try.
There's a few. Like, there are a few exceptions.
This is one of them.
All right.
This is absolutely incredible. We've blinded this against the big boys on many occasions, and this one comes out top 2. I mean, look at that.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means it has all the French Oak.
This is amazing.
Okay.
And I would love to get this for you so you can review this and give me your honest opinion of it.
All right.
Because this is absolutely amazing. And there isn't a single person that, French oak dislikers included, don't love this bottle.
Well, I mean, if you want to get it, I'll try it right now.
Yep, I'm getting it for you.
Okay.
I'm going to let you guys do this.
Okay.
Because I got to get back to work.
Well, I appreciate it. You got my info, man.
Yep.
Holler at me, Pork Chop.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you, man.
You don't even want to wait for the review. Man, it's just going to bounce.
Well, honestly, I don't expect you to say nothing but really great things about that bottle, and I'd be surprised if you didn't. So,
Okay. Confidence.
I have a couple cases.
You like this bottle?
Yeah, this is a store pick by me and Sonny and Pork Chop.
Pork Chop seemed like an awesome fella.
Yeah, he is.
Are we just going to open that one? Or drink yours? It's definitely a 10 out of 10 on color. Like, it's darker, less red than a lot of bourbons would be, but that's probably that French oak. It's really good on the nose, too. My God, okay. The French oak's really subtle. Whew, man, it's just kind of toasted marshmallow. French oak's there, little drying on the palate. It feels like it's going to come in heavy, but then it doesn't. All right, that's really good. That's probably the best Penelope Architect I've ever had. It's kind of an in-between. It's a little bit toasted barrel, right? It's a little bit French oak, but it blends really well together. I can see how some folks could get down with that. That's an excellent pick. You were right about that one.
Well, courtesy of Pork Chop, that's your bottle.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, thank Pork Chop. Like, hand me one of those other Penelopes. Now, I know this one's got a full, you got anyone with a printed label? I just want to show the color difference. So the printed label makes it a little darker, but just the color difference on that is insane.
Printed label, right?
Well, yeah, just, you know, it's got less light going through it, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. Like, that's crazy. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by.
Dude, that's an awesome freaking store. Had a great feeling about Milwaukee in general this morning. I don't know. I just woke up in a good mood. It could have been the weather's fantastic. It could have been the victory red shirt I had on today. But I had a feeling we were going to find some good stores here in Milwaukee. We're just getting started. Excited about that Starlight that we grabbed here. We're going to stop by Starlight. We talked to them about maybe blending a little honey amberana, trying to find one that we like. I've had a few that are pretty good, but never just amberana. It's got to be amberana and honey or amberana and something. And still not my favorite thing that I'm gravitating towards, but we're going to find something. We're going to find, I know the group, the Brewzle Club wants some amberana stuff, so I'm going to find the best amberana I can. We're going to get that to them. And you'll notice, or you may not notice, I didn't even ask for the allocations. I didn't even ask. I didn't try to buy any of them because that's not what we're looking for. We left them all sitting there for y'all. Cool kind of store, the kind of store where if you're local, you're a regular, you should be able to get access to some stuff. Seems to be doing it right and trying to grow their bourbon community here locally. Well, that's a wrap for the first half of Milwaukee. I knew I had a feeling this morning. I knew it was going to be a good day. Had a lot of cool conversations. We bought some bottles of whiskey. A lot of the stores around here are just holding them for locals, which I respect. Fantastic. They haven't offered any. I haven't taken any. So they are still all here for y'all to come by and grab and work your relationships and try to get some awesome bottles. We did see some pretty cool stuff though. Some stores didn't want to let us film, but overall, very positive experience here in Milwaukee. And really, it's just getting started. So there'll be another Milwaukee hunt coming because I'm going to go until the sunlight is completely freaking gone here and go into as many stores as we possibly can. Appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end of this one. Let me know how you think this road trip is going so far, how you like us leaving the allocated bottles, and if any of the bottles we've picked up so far you think are particularly interesting. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next one.